Hello there, I'm glad you decided to join me on this small quest, and today's quest marks the end of our look at demos from LudoNarraCon. If you don't know what LudoNarraCon is, it is a digital festival celebrating narrative games, and it ran from May the 4th to the 8th of 2023, and today's game is something completely different to everything else that we've looked at over these past few weeks. This is Tamarindos Freaking Dinner, and it's developed by Celery Emblem and published by Neo Doctrine. Tamarindos Freaking Dinner is a 90s horror sitcom. Play as the pizza delivery dude and you must deliver your order to the mansion. But be careful, dinner is not the pizza, it's the delivery dude. Try to escape this haunted house and its cannibalish inhabitants in a time loop buckle with more than 25 endings. Now, before playing this, I saw a lot of people online talking about how bizarre and mad this game is. Now, I have to agree with all those comments. It is bizarre, it is mad, but boy howdy do I love it for it. There's not enough games around like this where they just throw everything at the wall and just have fun with it kind of thing. There's not a lot of this really mad out there ideas in gaming at the moment, so I applaud any developer who really just lets themselves go and just has fun while they're developing their game. And you can really feel that sense of the developer just putting all their passion and all their influences into the game. You can really sense the nostalgia that the person was trying to inject into the game as well, as it has an intro which is very much like an 80s and 90s sitcom. It kind of feels like, if you guys remember the Too Many Cooks thing from Adult Swim, which came out a few years ago, it very much feels like that. Obviously, it doesn't take the mad turn fully that the Too Many Cooks thing had, but it kind of has that feel where it's very reminiscent and it's very looking back on those 80s and 90s sitcoms. I think this game even uses footage from 80s and 90s sitcoms to make that intro, but obviously they do little tweaks to it to make it their own. But you can really sense that nostalgia, and there's like VHS effects on everything, and you can feel that they've taken influence from like 90s cartoons like Cow and Chicken, Dexter's Lab, yeah, those 90s Cartoon Network, particularly the Cartoon Network stuff that we got in the 90s, where it was a bit out there. I'm going to chuck Ren and Stimpy in the mix as well, and obviously Rocko's Modern Life as well, but I felt like it was very much, would be, if this was an animated show, it'd be very much at home on Cartoon Network. Another show which I felt like this would have been very much at home in, and I know it's not a 90s cartoon, but The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, mainly for the design of the game, because it really feels like that style of animation which Billy and Mandy had, where it was like very deep greens and blacks and things like that, very bold colors mixing with dark colors. It's very much present here, and the character designs feel very much like a Maxwell Atoms design. So if they're influenced by that, then I hope I got it right in saying that they're possibly influenced by those. The gameplay here is very much a first-person, like exploring point-and-click adventure game. Think games like The 13th Guest, and you kind of get the idea. The game that really sprung to my mind while I was playing this, and it was a game that I kept seeing playing in my mind while I was playing Tamarindos Freaking Dinner, was Goosebumps The Masked Mutant, or Goosebumps Attack of the Mutant. That's the game. Yeah, Goosebumps Attack of the Mutant is the name of the game. And yeah, this is the one that really came to mind for me, as it has the 3D environment, you're talking to characters, you're looking for items. That's the kind of feel that you got from this. So if you played those 90s point and click games, you'll feel right at home here. And if you love 90s cartoons, then yeah, you'll really love this. I know one person in particular, I'm going to be telling them about this, because while I was playing it, I kept thinking of that person. So I'm definitely going to be passing word of this game onto them. But yeah, there's a nice little wrinkle to this game as well, which I really liked as well. And that is the time mechanic that's in this. Now, when you start the game, you have, I think it's like an hour in game time to complete your tasks basically and get out of the mansion. Otherwise, you're going to become dinner. However, every time you die, you can turn time back to when you wake up in the bathroom after being captured, and then you start your mission again. However, any particular important items that you collect on your run, on your previous run, should I say, you get to keep those. So basically what I did when I was playing this. The first time I went around the mansion, I basically walked around, sort of got my bearings a little bit, sort of got to know where certain things were, and just let the time run out just so I could get a feel of everything. And then on my second playthrough, I got walking around, I got to finding all the different items that I need to get to try and get myself out of the mansion. So I can see it's going to be one of those games where you're going to fail a lot, but you're going to learn every time that you do a run through the game. So I think this is going to be quite popular with streamers, because you'll get the audience really involved, and they'll sort of get involved and sort of saying to you, right, go here, go there, go here, go there. And for sure, I'll be definitely playing this on stream, because like I said, it'd be really fun to have the chat and have them involved, and we can kind of work together to remember where all the certain items are. But this is a really, really fun little demo. If you get the chance to check it out, do give it a shot, as it's a wonderful game. Some really great gameplay, which has a hefty dose of nostalgia if you played 90s point-and-click adventure games. The design, the character designs, and the world building here is wonderful, and I just can't wait to see that little bit more when we get to play the full game in the future. And again, it really taps into that nostalgia with the designs as well. As like I said, you feel like you're playing a game of a cartoon from the 90s. It really has those feels about it. And one thing I didn't say about the design earlier on, which I wish I did, is it really feels like everything's handmade. Like if you look at a lot of the characters when they're wandering around the mansion, you can see they kind of look like they're made of like plasticine, and they're sort of like stop motion, which again, there was a few games out there in the 90s which had plasticine characters in them, and you could really see like the plasticine textures on the characters. So again, this is really tapping into nostalgia of all the games. So nostalgia is the key word for this game. If you love a hefty dose of nostalgia from the 90s, then go check out this game. Like I said, it's got nostalgia all over the place with the gameplay and the design and everything like that. But it's got enough in there for you to keep wanting to play, because you'll, like I said, you'll fail and fail and fail, but you'll keep learning every time you start a new quest or a new run at the game, and eventually you will get there. It's not Souls-like hard, but trust me, you will fail a couple of times, but you will get there in the end, and you'll just keep trying and trying and trying, and that is down to the wonderful game design that is here. So that's Tamarindos Freaking Dinner, and like I said, it is the most bizarre and different game of all the games we checked out from LudoNarraCon, but I absolutely love it for it. Did you get a chance to check out the demo? If you did, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. And if you didn't, and this video has influenced you to add it to your wishlist on Steam, then feel free to let me know about that in the comments too. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then show me your thumbs by giving the video a thumbs up. And if you feel inclined to, feel free to press the subscribe and notification bell so you'll know when a new video goes live or when I'm live streaming on the channel. Thank you again for watching. If you like to see new games that are coming up this year, then check out this video here, where I'll be taking you through some games in 2023 that I can't wait to play. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next quest.